You failed. You gave everything and it still fell apart. The dream, the plan, the efforts, gone. Maybe you didn't get that job. Maybe your big idea totally flopped. You feel inadequate. Right now, it feels like the end, but it is not. This is where success begins because failure isn't a wall, it is a mirror. It shows you what's real. And if you keep walking through it, what's waiting on the other side will change everything. Failure hurts. It crushes your confidence, makes you question your worth, and whispers, you're not enough. It makes you question if trying again is even worth it. We've all been there. The test you didn't pass, the business that didn't grow, the dream that didn't happen. But listen, here's what winners figured out. Failure isn't proof you're weak. It's evidence you're in the game. The people who make it, the ones we admire, they didn't win because they avoided failure. They won because they learned how to use it. Think of it like this. Failure is not the opposite of success. It's part of it. You don't just learn from failure, you grow through it. And that growth makes you stronger. Section 1. Failure is feedback. Failure isn't final, it's feedback. Every time something breaks, it's teaching you where to adjust. Thomas Edison failed over 1,000 times before inventing a light bulb. When asked how he kept going, he said, I didn't fail. I just found 1,000 ways that didn't work. He saw failure as part of the process, not the end. Here's a question for you. If the greatest inventor of all times needed 10,000 mistakes to win, why quit after just one? You collect lessons, not losses. Because the moment you treat failure as data, not drama, you start evolving faster than anyone else. Section 2. Build a growth mindset. Most people run from failure because they think it defines them. But successful people study it. They understand that skills grow through friction. And confidence? It grows when you fall, stand up, and say, still here. The growth mindset isn't positive thinking, it's resilient thinking. It's saying, this didn't work. Yet. That one word, yet, turns defeat into progress. Here's a mini story about turning failure into success. The painter and the storm. Imagine you're a young painter, unknown, untrained, and scared. You stand before a blank canvas, heart on fire to create something unforgettable. You lift the brush. Each stroke flows like a wave. Colors blend, beauty forms, alive beneath your hand. For a moment you're flying, until that voice whispers, what if this isn't good enough? Your hand trembles. You add too much paint. It drips down, ruin everything. You panic. You try to fix it. You make it worse. The masterpiece becomes a mess. You almost tear the canvas apart, but something inside says, breathe. You step back. You look again, and you notice the black streak that ruined it. It gives the painting depth, emotion, life. Every mistake becomes part of something more beautiful. When you finally step back, you don't see failure, you see transformation. Weeks later, that same painting hangs in a gallery. People stop and stare. They see beauty, but only you know the sunrise on that canvas came from your darkest night. Every failure you face is just paint waiting to become color. Every setback a brushstroke in your masterpiece. So when life smears black across your bright dreams, don't throw the canvas away. Keep painting. Section 3. Proof and Reward. Just like the painter, every success story began with a storm. Michael Jordan, one of the greatest players ever, didn't make his high school team. He missed game-winning shots and lost almost 300 games. But he never quit. He said, I can accept failure. But I can't accept not trying. Oprah was fired from her first TV job. J.K. Rowling was rejected 12 times before Harry Potter became a phenomenon. She once said, failure stripped away the inessential, forcing her to focus on what mattered. Each failure became your teacher, every rejection your training ground. They didn't stop because it hurts, they built because it hurts. That is what makes them unstoppable. Section 4. Your turn. A 4-step reset system. When failure hits, don't spiral. Reset. 1. Pause. Breathe. Feel it. Don't numb it. Pain is a teacher, not an enemy. 2. Reflect. Ask, what did this teach me about what doesn't work? 3. Rebuild. See others' success as inspiration. Adjust your plan. Take small steps. 4. Reignite. Show up again, wiser, calmer, sharper. That's it. That's how winners keep going. Every comeback starts with the same word, again. Mindset is the start, but action forces transformation. Discipline is a true edge. Motivation comes and goes. Discipline shows up even when you don't feel like it. Discipline is self respect. You show up because you deserve more than average. How to fuel transformation? 1. Consistency beats intensity. You don't need a crazy plan. Small efforts, repeated daily, create massive results over time. You just need to stop quitting. 2. Break big obstacles into small steps. If a big challenge feels overwhelming, break it down into small steps. Focus on what can I do right now. Progress is progress, no matter how small. 3. Train on the hard days. Your breakthrough is hidden in the days you want to skip. Anyone can show up when it's easy, but the great ones show up when it's brutal. 4. Stop the trap. Tomorrow is a trap. It's the excuse that keeps you average. Discipline means doing it now. Start before you feel ready. The path from failure to success is messy, emotional, and slow. But it's where the magic happens. Your mindset determines whether obstacles stop you or push you forward. You don't need to be fearless. You just need to move even when it hurts. Because the version of you who walks through failure is the version who walks into power. Because every scar you carry is proof you showed up. Every failure is a chapter in your comeback story. Every no is a sign that your yes is still on its way. You're not behind. You're becoming. You're not broken. You're being rebuilt. So when failure knocks, smile. You've met your greatest teacher. Now, get back up. And one day, when you look back, you'll realize every failure was just fuel for your success. So, don't stop now. Keep walking, keep building, keep becoming. You're not failing, you're becoming unstoppable. If this video spoke to you, don't scroll. Comment, I'm still in the game. Subscribe and let's rise together. Because this isn't just motivation, it's mindset training. Feel smarter, rise stronger, win louder.